So everybody, my name is Fems, and I want to address the incident that occurred on February 8th, 2026. So I was reached out to on Instagram on February 1st to come for a modeling gig with the pay of 140,000 naira in Nigerian currency, which I agreed to. He told me he was an international brand and he moved from the UK to Nigeria to start his brand here, and he needed the visibility that I had so I can push his brand, which I agreed to. Fast forward to the day he called me for the day he settled for the shoot. He said I should come to Ajao Estate, number 8, Escalation Street by 6 p.m. for the shoot. I said that my daddy was strict and I did not want a night shoot, that we should work with time. Then he said, oh, that you're a minor, that am I coming with my parents for the shoot? I said, I'm not a minor. I'm just worried about my own safety. Like, I'll take the shoot, because at that time I reached out to my friend. I said, just in case I did not finish on time, I'll sleep at your place. And I told my mom where I was headed to. Told my dad too. So I also told my mom that in case I did not finish on time, I will sleep at my friend's place. Which I even showed that I and the photographer, the brand owner's conversation. So I showed my mom the conversation and everything. So I told him that I was going to show up because I already reached out to a friend. So I already know in case I even finish it, I'll not have to be coming back to Ajao, because as I know it's far from Ajao, I'll just go to the Baja and spend the night at my friend's place and then come back the next morning, which was fine with me. So the next morning he reached out. I dropped my WhatsApp. I said in case I'm not online on Instagram. He reached out to me on WhatsApp. He was like, okay, that he wants to work with my time, that I should come by 10. The time he reached out to me, I woke up by 9 to 10. He said he wants to work with my time, I should come by 11. That the shoot is by 11, makeup artist is going to be there by 11. I said, okay, no problem. So my friend was already at my place. I said, okay, since you are already here, you should come with me. Which we went together to the place. He called me when I got there. I told him I was already there. He said, who did you come with? I said, I came with my sis. He said, okay, you didn't tell me. I said, then I was like, it was impromptu. And it was like, no problem. Then he came out of the gate to pick eye on my friend. So on getting inside the house, because it was the house, but it was empty. The parlor was empty. So when I got there, I said, what is this place? He said, this is a content space that he just booked for the shoot. It's a rented space. I said, okay, no problem. And I'm like, okay, you said the makeup artist was here already. Like, where is the makeup artist? He was like, she forgot something. So he said she forgot something. Now since I was not here, let her quickly go and get it, which I agreed with. Then he showed us the room where I'm going to wait, like freshen up and all of that. Because when I got in, he was like, oh, that I should go and freshen up. That I have oily skin and like heat. I said, oh, that I'm not sweaty. I just came down from AC. He said, oh, just for my oily skin. I said, no problem. So the room he ushered I and my friend to. We went there. My friend was trying to charge her phone because her phone was gone. She forgot that I called inside the Uber. So she was trying to like use his own charger to charge, which none of his chargers were working for my friend's phone. So I went to the room with my friend. He gave me a robe. He said I should change it to it so that when I'm done with the makeup, I'll just remove it and put on my feet. So everything will be sweet because I was wearing a round neck like this. So I showered as I was told to do. I got into the room. He offered us water. He asked us if he wanted to eat anything. We didn't ask for anything. So we're just in the room. My friend was still trying to fix her food and stuff. Then he called me, said I should come to a different room to see the feet. And I said, okay, no problem. While I moved to the room, my friend, obviously, she followed me there because, obviously. So when we got to the room, I sat down. I saw somebody, I sat down, and he was like, when he looked back, he saw my friend, he was like, oh, that I shouldn't worry, that he wanted the feet to be a surprise. And I said, okay, no problem. So I went back to the room with my friend where he asked us to wait for the makeup artist. So when we were there, my friend was facing a wall where a socket was. She was trying to charge her phone. While me, I was facing like to see every corner of the room. When he walked into the room and he was like, so this key, you can use this key to shut this door. He locked the door and he was like, just in case the makeup artist is here or the photographer is here. Because he said the different photographer is taking pictures, that just in case they are here and I want to feel safe while changing, I can just shut the door. I said, okay, no problem. Then the whole room went silent. And I immediately texted my friend. I said, why you locked? Why them locked door? She was like, my dear. I was like, I did fear. She said, don't be scared. Thank God I came with you. And I said, thank God. So we are still having this conversation. Like we are still texting ourselves back and forth. Then he was standing like in the corner of the room. Like then he immediately brought out the knife by his side. Like he just like showed like the knife, that he had the knife. And he was like, and me, I was like, ha. And he was like, if you shout, he immediately went to my friend's phone and removed my friend's phone from my hand. And he was like, if me I shout, he was going to stab my friend. And if my friend shouts, he's going to stab me, holding the knife up against her throat. So me, I was already scared. I was already shaking at that time. I was even already shouting small. But with fear, he would tell me that if I shout, that he's going to stab my friend. That he's not joking with us. He ushered us into the bedroom. Told us that we should go to the bedroom and undress. My friend was even still doing slowly because she's still trying to like process if the whole thing was a joke or all of that. He told her that he's not joking with her. He put the knife against his hand. That he was ready to cut himself to show us how sharp that knife is. And any slight plunge to our body, that if the person is gone. So me, I was already on my pants and the room. So I just undressed me. My friend then undressed. Then he told my friends to go back to the room and get socks that were on the bed, which she did as she was told. Okay, so my friend went to the room. She brought the socks. He still had this knife pointing. Like if he's telling one person to do something, the knife is pointing at the other person. So if the other person tried to act smart like this, anything can happen. So my friend came back to the room. He asked my friend to tie me first with the socks, and she did. After she tied my hand to the front, she tied my hand together. Then he collected the other socks and he tied my friend's hand. Then he ushered us back to the room, having the knife threatening us with it. Then because I was panicking, I was raising my voice, like crying. Then he tied my mouth. So when he tied my mouth, I was standing in front of the door. My friend was standing in front of a wall in the room. And then my friend was asking that why is he doing this? Then he said, I think the moment my friend asked him why is he doing this, he immediately like approached my friend, held her like strangled her. Then he pushed her against the wall and was like, she should not ask him questions, that he's not joking with her. Then she held his hand. He was like, he should let go of her hand. That she should not hold his hand. that she should let go of his hand, because while he held her neck, she held his hand, and he was like, she should let go of his hand, she should not try to act smart with him. Then he walked away. We still had the knife pointing at us, and he said, oh, that he's doing this because somebody scammed him. He took pictures for a girl, and she left with the pictures. She blocked him, she did not tag him, and stuff like that. So now he wants to revenge, he wants to cause pain to every woman that he comes across. So after he said that thing, he undressed. While he undressed, he told us to lie in a certain position on the bed, which we did. And then after he told us to lie in a certain position, he dipped one of his fingers inside of me, and he said, oh, he told my friend, she's tight, but I don't give a fuck. Then so after that, he penetrated forcefully inside of me first, while having the knife pointed at my friend. He forcefully penetrated inside of me. Even while I screamed, he moved the knife closer to my friend and said that I should not play with him, that he's not joking with us. Then after he did that with me first, he went to my friend, still no protection, no anything, still like that. He penetrated forcefully into my friend soon. After doing that, he told us to change position. We should lie in a different position, and he came back to me. He forcefully penetrated into me again. The same way he went. If he's on my friend, he will point his knife at me. If he's on me, he will point his knife on my friend. Then after he went my friend, he came back to me, and then after I was the last person, and then he poured his refuge on my outer pubic area. And then after that, he told me to stand up and hold my nose, because I was having panic attack. That if I should die here, nobody's going to hear, nobody's going to tell our story. That is the end of it. Then he told me to go to the bedroom and wash up, while he had my friend in the room pointing his knife at her. And then my friend that she tried to act smart, because my friend was still put together. Me, I wasn't, but my friend was still put together. So he was just letting her know that if she tries to act smart, like he was going to stab me to death there. And if I did the same thing, so he told me to go to the washroom, the bedroom, and go and wash up, which I did. I washed up. When I was done, I came back after. He told my friend to also go and wash up. Then while we had dressed finished, he collected our phone. He told us to unlock our phone, unlock everything, like all the private this thing. Like if you want to go to your private snap, you put password. He told us to unlock it, and he dropped every one of the private snap on me and I and my friend's phone. And then while he was dropping my friend's phone, he told my friend that I'm taking this for my personal pleasure. So after, even while he was dropping it, he took time. He told us that we should sit down there and wait until he was done dropping everything. Then after that, he told me that that I have a little audience on the internet, that if I try to speak up, that he's going to post it everywhere and he's going to tarnish my image. That even if he doesn't do it now I might just be, maybe when I'm bigger, that I might just be thinking that life is better for me, and he'll just pop out of nowhere and release everything on the internet. So me, I was very scared. I didn't want to talk because I was very scared. So he chased us out of the house, still having the knife at us. He chased us out of the house. So when we got outside, there was nobody there. It's on a Sunday. We left there around 3, like let's say 3 hours, 3-ish. So there was nobody in the street, like probably people at church or anything, maybe resting. The street was not, it was dead. So everybody, it took me 3 days to come out and talk about this thing on TikTok, because TikTok has a very large audience, and I've been ashamed of myself before it gets to the wrong audience, and they will say, oh, why did you go there? They start judging. So I've been ashamed of myself, and the fact that my friend went with me, like I've been feeling guilty, like because I was bruised bad down there. I was injured. So I'm just asking for help from anywhere help can come from. So justice can be served for I and my friend, because nobody deserves to go through anything like this. Nobody. Good evening, everybody. My name is Fems, and I'm the one that spoke about the grave case earlier today. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who used their platform, both the people that know me and people that they don't know me, who used their platform to call out this case. I'm very, very grateful. The people that commented, people that reposted, people that shared my post. I'm very, very, very grateful, and I pray that whenever you people ask, God will always answer to your prayers. I'm very grateful. When we apprehended this couple, the first station they took us to, they were not taking this case serious at all. Barrister Dami Marshall reached out to me on Instagram, and she asked me to take the case to gender, that they will take it serious there. But these people were not even treating us like victims. They were not even letting us do anything. Even they were not going to even let us leave the station, even with the culprit. So I told her that, ma, please, can you come and pick us up from here, because they are not letting us do anything, even contact any other officer. They are not letting us. And she came to the station. She came through. She came there. She took the case and she took the case and transferred to gender at Ikeja, and they are taking the case very, very serious there. And she assigned her lawyer to stand in this case for us. I want to say thank you to Barrister Marshall Dami and Barrister Fola, the lawyer in space of this case. I am very grateful to them both for coming through for me, even without them knowing me. But I want to ask for a favor, please. this case, we are having medical logistics, a lot of expenses to make, and I don't have up to that. My friend too does not have. I'm just asking for help. I know that I'm not in any position to say that okay, you have to help me, but please, I do need help. And anywhere you are bringing money out from to support me, God is going to replenish your account in 1,000 folds. I want to say thank you again to everybody supporting me. I was very, 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 very weak, but seeing the support, seeing the comments, the encouragement, I am strengthened, and I know that God will fight for us and justice will be served. Thank you so much once again. God bless every one of you.
Story that is shared by this lady is a pathetic one, and what I can say is that I thank God that she went there with her friend. If she had gone there alone, who knows what would have happened? Because if she had gone for this scam job interview or modeling, whatever, she was invited for a modeling gig, she went there, it turned out to be an avenue to abuse them. So we thank God that she's alive and she's telling us what happened. And I don't know, this animal must be caught. He's not running anywhere except he's going to disappear into thin air. I believe that as his faces, his digital footprint is going viral now, they are going to catch him. So can you imagine? This is not the first time that we are getting news of Nigerian young ladies getting scammed by fake job interview. This one is a modeling gig, and she was to be paid 140,000. She went there. I mean, for me, the moment she got there and she was to be offered a bathroom to go and exchange clothes and all of that, that was when she would have discovered that it's a scam. And then even getting to the room, the scene of the modeling gig or whatever, interview or whatever, should have, you should have been somehow alert. But the only thing I'm thanking God for now is that she is alive and could tell us what happened. There are so many people who couldn't make it to tell us what really happened. Some of them were strangled to death and all of that. So we give God all the glory. It's just for her to go through some therapy sessions, go through some medications. You never know. The young man could have maybe HIV or whatever. Who knows? It's such a wicked soul. You never can tell. It's such a disturbing news, to digest. And I'm glad, she's getting a lot of help, a lot of support that she needed. Even if you still want to help her and support her, her Instagram. Sorry, she's actually majorly on TikTok. This story blew up on TikTok. Her TikTok account is Fems, so you can just type on the Fems and then you see her on TikTok. So this is what we are talking about. A lot of wicked souls are out there on social media. They're just looking for unsuspecting victims to scam, to abuse. So what his reason for abusing two people at the same time? Can you imagine? She went there. She was the principal applicant or the principal person who the modeling gig or jig was meant for. But then she was smart enough to go with her friend. So when she got there with her friend, the guy started telling a lot of stories. The charger, the costume will appear. What surprised you with the costume and all that? This is disgraceful. It's so bad. So I believe that by now the guy should have been arrested. I don't know. I think before she should have announced it to the public, she should have been. The guy must have been arrested or something. Because I know wherever the guy is now, he must have been seeing these videos. The video has reached millions of views, 4 million, 5 million. So he should be on his way trying to escape. I don't know where he will escape. So his digital footprint or footage should be circulated everywhere, even across Nigerian borders. So how could a human being wake up with such a dangerous mission to abuse two women at the same time? Because you said, I don't like what this girl said he gave as reason to why he was abusing two of them doesn't even sit well with me. It doesn't even add up. That you took pictures of a girl disappointed you and all of that. So then he decided to organize an interview. What a dangerous scheme. That's why we continue to, not just ladies, men, Nigerian youths. You're a young man, you're a young woman. be careful out there. There are a lot of wicked souls out there that are out there to kill, they're out there to murder. They are not offering any job. Any job that you are going for, an interview that you're going for, that doesn't look like an office setting, there's no point going there. Because with what she was explaining now, it looks like the place she went for this, terrible modeling jig or whatever, look like a personal apartment. And whosoever that owns that apartment now is in trouble. If the landlord that owns that apartment now is in trouble. That's why a lot of people tell these they keep telling these landlords or property managers, make sure you vet the tenant that is coming to your property. If you fail to do so, one day it will cost you. It could even cost you your entire property, because the day government remembers you and the atrocity that is done in your property, the property will go down because of your recklessness and carelessness. So how did this whole thing happen and no one heard of it? I'm sure this is not in a hotel. If it is in a hotel, I doubt. I don't think it's in a hotel. So how did this guy plan this whole thing and was able to execute it? So what I don't understand is how these two girls were. He wasn't with a gun, just with a knife. They should have overpowered him, and knock him down or knock him out. So young ladies out there should learn from this. We don't really want to keep hearing all these stories. You need to be sensitive enough to know when you are going for a real job interview or just a den where they or butcher people or where they abuse people.